If we were to begin to study the Bible on the subject of the Holy Spirit, we'd probably start with the New Testament. Perhaps Acts 2, on the day of Pentecost, when the Holy Spirit was poured out on the disciples who had gathered in Jerusalem, when the tongues of fire hovered and the good news of Jesus was proclaimed in its fullness for the first time. Or maybe at Jesus' baptism, as he rose from the water, the Holy Spirit lit on him like a dove. We'd probably start in the New Testament. But this would be like missing the first half of a movie and then trying to understand the last half. Things would happen in the last half of a film that would not make sense unless we'd watched the first half. So instead of beginning at Pentecost or at Jesus' baptism, let's start at the beginning of the Bible. I mean, the very beginning. Genesis, the first 2 verses. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty, darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. There he is. Right after God created, we have the Spirit of God hovered. While the earth was a chaotic emptiness, covered in darkness, God's Spirit hovered, waiting, ready. God said, "Let there be light." And on cue, the Spirit illuminated the darkened abyss with His power. He brought order out of chaos, light out of darkness. He was the creative agent of God the Father, and He still is. And this is only the beginning of the Holy Spirit's role in the Old Testament. As the world grew more and more violent, God contemplated the total destruction of the earth's inhabitants. His decision was based on His Spirit's frustration with people. In Genesis 6:3, "My Spirit will not contend with humans forever." The time clock had begun to run out on humanity. The Spirit had contended with human beings, but was unsuccessful in moving them toward God. The Spirit appears in the Old Testament more than 100 times, but one of the most poignant is a promise in Ezekiel. While Israel had gone away into exile, God promised to restore them. And then God promised a new way of living with humans. He told Israel He would not only give them softened spirits, softened hearts, but also that His Spirit would indwell them. His presence would be in them to help them follow His instructions. God's Spirit worked through judges, kings, prophets, among others, but the Spirit's appearances in the Old Testament were selective and sporadic. God had not yet given the Holy Spirit to indwell them. The glory of the New Covenant is that the Spirit does live in believers today. His presence is not sporadic. It's steady, it's real, and empowering. We have the fellowship of the Holy Spirit.